Cotton Candy TA, and today we're looking at 100 trades in review, part 3. Is this part 3? No, this is part 4 we're on now. We're already on part 4. Wow, this thing's going by quick. Quick mention on chart raiders before we get into the video. We've got new chart raiders footage coming out soon on the chart raiders YouTube channel. If you haven't seen chart raiders yet, it's my side project that I've been working on, my day trading side project that I've been working on for the past year and a half. And I've created a software that's going to help train people and kind of giving them some different elements and things to look at. So if you haven't seen it yet, I just did the world reveal. Chart raiders YouTube, all the social medias at chart raiders. And the website's www.chartraiders.com. Although we don't have it kind of fully up and operable right now, it's in a test phase, but in a week it's launching and we'll be ready to alpha onboard people and then beta after that, which will be public release shortly after. So check out the chart raiders YouTube, make sure you don't miss it. Otherwise, let's get right to our trading review. Today this one comes from Jude, so let's see what Jude's up to. Looks like first initial thoughts here is we're attacking a trend, so maybe we've got like a trend break of some type, but let's hit play here and see what's going on.
Okay, so I've just taken an entry down here on this 15-minute hold level, this base down here, and I'm looking for my take profit.
I just want to rewind that back for a second. So he's got some 15-minute levels here. He's taken along on this 15-minute hold level. Looks like he's got a decent size here. Let's see what happens.
Looking for my take profit up on this 4-hour up here. Yeah, I have this 4-hour rejection as kind of a target.
Okay, so he's using the 4-hour gaining candle as his target here.
Lines up with the high,
and it kind of coordinates as well with the 1-hour body. You've got the 1-hour wick there as well. So you're starting to get to the combo levels.
Here, which is the hourly, which could hold us down.
So okay, so as soon as you go down into these time frames here, I really like this because you've got this 15-minute rate there beside it. So I really like front running just this 4-hour level at 574. I don't know if it's going to get hit or not, but he's done his 4-hour. I don't like the way he's done his combo level. So I think there's a bit of a leak here. So when you're doing combo levels like this, let's rewind this for a second. What he'd want to do, okay, because he's using this 4-hour, so it's not a 4-hour hold level. So this is fine. It's actually not a combo level. So he's actually done this correctly, he's saying, and that's why he's got a dotted line here. 4-hour body to gain that move, because once you gain that, you go to the 4-hour hold level up here at 26.8. So okay, that makes sense. So it's not really a combo level because he's got his hourly here and then he's comboing to this 15 or that 15 combo disconnected to the front side here, or right here on this 15 right there. So I think
coming into contact with this 15-minute range trend. So I want to see this break,
574
and potentially
is
this range could even then break as well. But I'm looking for a deep dive here and then for it to potentially dump back down and regain this trend or something. But yeah, got my entry in here. I knew it could deep dive to the hourly and towards trend, so I encompassed that in my stop loss. And now, yeah, okay, targeting here at the moment, but potentially going to be moving that up there. So let's see how this goes.
Okay, so he's hit trend, we're pulling back
in like 20 minutes here. Try and then cycle against this, break this.
Really, when you're hitting trend like this, really what you have to do is you have to create like an interior range, exactly what he's doing here. So okay, I want to pause this for a second. When you hit this trend like this, you're going to develop a local range. So you're going to hit trend, you're going to pull back like this on my screen. I'll do it with my mouse. You're going to hit trend, you're going to pull back, you're going to create some hold levels. You really have to keep that momentum against that trend pretty high. So like you really want to, hit that trend, go down a little bit, create that hold level, and then creep up and use those hold levels, those very interior hold levels. You really want to use those to break that move. Like you really want those to keep supporting the move so that you can just break this thing up. Let's see what happens. I'll try to, yeah, like right here, for example, you really want to get over top of one of these blue candles, or at least use trend. I mean, no harm in taking a break exit position here, like a break even exit, but you really do want to develop something here.
I really don't want to see this 15-minute gain. So if this can just continuously hold, that would be good. And then maybe create this hold level to gain as well. That'd be perfect.
I do agree with that. I do like that strategy.
To hold the 1 hour.
I think it looks like you've had a pretty recent dump here, and to go test the bottom back here, or even like what would be like a small time frame trend like this, to test back into some of these lower levels, I don't think is very rare here. It's not unreasonable. So
I'll just stay in there until this level breaks. I want to see what happens here, because you could gain this hourly in like 2 minutes, and I don't want to see you gain this 15-minute inverse.
So just got an hourly, he's bouncing the hourly candle. Okay. He's just checking timeframes meticulously. I think this is good. He's adding trends. He's just being meticulous with his TA.
Which is causing
this is good. I think it's a healthy way to trade.
External trend, being an external piece, can break this move down by breaking the internal laddering, as this is more of the external laddering that's now coming into play.
It's not too external. It's just external to the current piece, but that's fine. He's not wrong there. And continuing to hold this level, that's fine. Looks like he's going to be back to break even pretty soon here on that 15-minute level. So at this point, you really need something to develop. So he's got a 15-minute level here that's holding. That was interesting. It just tried. Oh, this thing just spiked up. Okay, this thing's moving pretty fast. Looks like he's trying to break trend. You know, really at this point, you want to keep moving up and over trend here. But yeah, you're off to a good start. You know, the nice thing about this trade is he's got his 15-minute down here. He's got the one it held, and now he has this one, which presumably is going to be his shield. So this thing keeps laddering 15-minute levels. Like, it looks like it's moving up pretty nicely. You've created a pretty clear ladder, and now the next ladder piece, like the thing I'm looking at here is, you know, this level's tested here, and the next ladder piece, if this closes, is going to be here, which is above trend. So like you're creating a ladder above trend. So once you gain that 15-minute level, you're clear to kind of launch, right? So I think that's a pretty cool thing. Let's see what happens here, though. Yeah, you're getting over top of that trend. Yeah, exactly that. You create the ladder point over top of trend. You use trend mixed with that ladder point to always support the move. Let's see if he gets filled on his exit here. Oh no, he just barely missed it. Hopefully he gets
didn't hit my target up here.
Oh, he just missed it. Not by that much though.
Pullback. So
that sucks.
I really want to see it hold here and move back up again.
I think at this point you just sit in the trade. I don't think you exit at
this range.
574 anymore. I think if this holds, like you've already come close enough to that moment to test it, I think you go for that 694 now, as long as it doesn't break down. Oh, just barely misses exit. Oh, that sucks. Now you have to stay in the trade because now you've already
long from down
pushed that range, and now you're gonna
to attack this range because we hadn't yet attacked this range.
Yeah, good.
Now we've just had this move up. We have attacked the range, so I'm a little bit less confident in my targets getting hit now. So I might exit, and I'm going to exit if we gain this 15, which we've been holding as a base.
Yep,
we'll see
good.
if that happens.
I like that. He's a great strategy here. He's maximizing his risk control, and he's now not being scared of hitting a higher target and moving his exit up to a higher part of the move, which is great. I mean, I think he's handling this the correct way. You've already pushed the range. Now you have to go for your next target. It would be criminal. It would be so sad if this thing doesn't actually push that next part of the move, if it just stops here and it's like, oh, I could have exited with all those profits. Well, let's see.
Okay, so I looked up 88% on that trade. That was just over 4-to-1 ratio. Yeah, pretty good trade.
Okay, looks like he finished the trade. I guess Jude, right at the end here, decided to take that exit. I would have loved to see what happened with this trade, but he had a plan. He went from 323 to 574, so, you know, roughly a full percent. I think he said he ended up with 90%, which makes sense because it's not quite 1%, but sounds good. He had a trade strategy and he stuck to it, just like what we saw IHVET do. And, you know, he risk managed as well. I really like Jude's risk management and the way he thought about this trade in terms of what can go wrong and where am I exiting instead of just walking away. Like, he kind of has a whole bunch of procedural analysis he's doing here mixed with comparative analysis to just, you know, manage this trade properly. So great job, Jude. I think the risk management was a highlight of this video, and hearing him say, like, I'm going to exit if we don't hold this base. You know, his entry was at 323, which is obviously a premium entry, but he didn't fall in love with it. He didn't get tied to it. He just used the information and the data to say, like, oh, you know, there's a way to exit this trade without taking any losses, and that's what I'm going to do. So great job, Jude. See you guys on the next one.